Hello, this is Mr. Hornsby83 with another edition of Mr. Hornsby83 Topics, and I know I promised this almost over a month ago, but holidays and Christmas shopping and all that, I got real packed and busy, so I had to put this on the back burner. Some other things happened too. Also going to talk about something that happened in this town. I'm not going to name any names or any of that, I'm going to talk about the issue that caused it, but and yeah, so when Wolverine calls, I'm talking about the X-Men movies. And I want to start out with some of the casting they've already got for X-Men Days of Future Past. Now, we got Jennifer Lawrence, James McAvoy. I might have said that wrong, but oh well. Michael Fassbender, Jennifer Lawrence, and I don't know if Hugh Jackman's going to be a big part in this or not, but he probably will be. And then they just announced just recently that Apocalypse will be played by Oscar Isaac, which I'm not very happy about that casting because of the fact he's real short. And I was hoping they'd get the guy from 300 Rise of an Empire, which they didn't. And I was like upset about that because I thought that guy would have made a perfect Apocalypse, but maybe he's under contract with DC or whatever, comic book published 300 or whatever. But then I'm going to talk about the X-Men storyline. The possibilities for Jean Grey and them. I forgot the names of them, so I just won't talk about them. But, we do know a young Jean Grey and a young Scott Summers is going to be in it, so. Will they treat Cyclops better than they did the original trilogy? Will they do Jean like they did in the original trilogy or what? I don't know, but, alright, now I'm going to get to the X-Men movie storyline. And I think out of all the X-Men movies, yeah, 2 had the best one because it was dealing with the prejudices, the prejudice, never mind. A lot of discrimination, I'll just put it that way, against mutants and this and that, and so yeah, I'll say 2's the best storyline. I'm not going to say 2's the best because, in my opinion, the original 3, they were good, but none of them stood out to me as the best. The best to me, actually, I'll say 2 best. I thought X-Men First Class was pretty decent, pretty good, because I like the fact they bumped it back to Shaw in finally. Also, I already know my love for X-Men Days of Future Past, and the reason why I got the Wolverine claws, I was going to wear my whole costume, but I didn't feel like pulling out the whole suit. It's like the muscly Wolverine, so I just got the claws out. But, X-Men Days of Future Past was good, and I think the only movie that can probably best that is X-Men Apocalypse. Let's hope they don't screw it up. Bryan Singer's going to be back for that one too, so they shouldn't be screwed up. But, I think mainly in the X-Men Apocalypse movie, I think the Horsemen, everybody's speculating which one's going to become the Angel of Death for Apocalypse. More than likely, if it's Hugh Jackman in it as Wolverine, it's going to be Wolverine, so. He'll probably have the bone claws, and Apocalypse will give him the metal claws because he don't like the bone claws. You've seen how he looked at the beginning of Days of Future Past when he got back to the past and he has the bone claws. So, which I thought was a stupid idea because why couldn't they just do it the way they should have did it with, the guy shooting him in X-Men Origins and he healed and he had a knife and stabbed him or something, but they didn't do that. But, I gotta say though, I can't wait, and I'm looking forward to getting, the whole franchise together. Also, I heard there's a Rogue Edition, Rogue Edition coming out, which shows that her original scene was a bigger part of the story than was used in the original version of X-Men Days of Future Past, so I might just wait till that comes out. Probably buy the whole X-Men franchise all over again, probably on Blu-ray this time, get all the way from 1 to Days of Future Past. And then when Apocalypse comes out, May 27, 2016, I'll be seeing that. But some things about the storylines with the movies, I know I've gotten off subject, but, one storyline was pretty, kind of kooky. I think 3's storyline was better because storyline was Magneto wants to turn everybody else into mutants because they don't know how it feels to be the mutant, and they'll be more understanding toward mutants, which I thought was a crackpot idea, as much as the freaking ideal of I'm gonna blame the movie. And if everybody knows what I'm talking about. Go watch the Scream franchise, then you know what I'm talking about. If you don't know what I'm talking about, those are people. But yeah, I didn't like the plot for one. The movie was good. Something I didn't like also is Wolverine or Sabretooth did not recognize each other. Wolverine's memory got wiped, but Sabretooth didn't. If you see X-Men Origins, I know a lot of people hated the movie. I thought it was okay. I mean, I'm not going to say it was the best X-Men. It was a good movie. I'm not going to say good. I'll say okay because there was some things about it that needed to be fixed. Along with the Wolverine, and people talk about, oh, that was so great. You know. But yeah, I mean, Wolverine and Sabretooth didn't even notice each other. I mean, like I said, Wolverine's memory got wiped, not Sabretooth. I mean, yeah, they did show where he took the dog tags and that. But I don't mean he was remembering Wolverine. It's like, come on now. I don't know, but, you know, I mean, X-Men franchise overall is good. There's some inconsistencies with the storylines, a lot of them. Like, you know, I thought Unicorn's father was the one that gave Wolverine his claws, but apparently it was William Stryker. And, you know, and speaking of which, in 2 you get Lady Deathstrike. How did she not recognize Wolverine? Was her mind wiped too? I mean, they did. I mean, you read the comics and that, he had a love story with her. Knew who he was. What? I don't know. But, you know, to me, Unicorn was used more like, well, Lady Deathstrike was used more like, you know, X-23 is in the comics right now. She's a clone of Wolverine. That's what she seemed like she was used like. But, you know, I think, you know, hopefully the story makes more, even some of the things of Days of Future Past, they could have explained a little bit better. You know, like, you know, why Magneto was in the Pentagon, they didn't really, they kind of explained it toward the end. Magneto was trying to save President Kennedy because he was supposed to be one of us, being a mutant. And, you know, so yeah, hopefully the X-Men Apocalypse storyline is a little bit, you know, better than that. So, yeah. But that's all I'm going to say about the X-Men storyline. I got some stuff coming up early next year. I'm going to cover the Punk podcast again. I'm also going to cover early next year, and I'll probably watch it again so I can refresh on it. But I'm sure I'll remember it because it's only a month away. The Stone Cold Vince McMahon podcast that they had on WWE Network, and all the BS that frickin' Vince McMahon was saying, and how I completely lost respect for Stone Cold. I mean, I was a big fan of Stone Cold in that, and, you know, I knew in a way he was kind of a butt kisser, but, anyway, I'll get into all that early next year. My first video back will be The Frauds on YouTube, True Pod, Graham from Griff's Toy Show, the IWC, WWE, well, they're not on YouTube, but, you know, they do have a YouTube page, but, you know, I don't want it. WWE, all that stuff, but, till then, catch you guys later, and peace out.